Secondly, tokens can motivate users to perform certain specific actions within the project. Also, tokens often serve as means of payment within a project. Specifically, Bitcoin is simply a peer-to-peer, electronic cash system, a payment system based on decentralized information storage, decentralized verification of transactions, and so on. Therefore, its utility. Secondly, tokens can motivate users to perform certain specific actions within the project. Also, tokens often serve as means of payment within a project. Specifically, Bitcoin is simply a peer-to-peer, electronic cash system, a payment system based on decentralized information storage, decentralized verification of transactions, and so on. Therefore, its utility. First and foremost, tokenomics should define the purpose of the tokens, or as it is now commonly referred to, the utility of these tokens, meaning the way they will be used. For example, for some blockchains, tokens are used as means of payment for fees within transactions, within the network, or as so-called gas. This is the most utilitarian and straightforward way. For example, in many cases you need exchange tokens to participate in launchpads and launch pools. Investors need tokens so that they can invest real money or USDT at the early days of the project and then receive their profit by selling their share of tokens. How is tokenomics formed? Well, of course, here, as in any economic model, the initial market supply of tokens is being formed. Sometimes all the tokens are released to the market at once, and sometimes tokens can be additionally minted. Also, tokens exist on the blockchain, so they are completely transparent, and we can see what percentage of tokens is held by a major holder or a group of major holders, how many are held by regular users, how often they move, and the number of performed transactions. All of this can be checked with the help of so-called blockchain explorers or scanners. For example, in Ton, there is TonScan, there is EtherScan for Ethereum, there is BNB Scan. What should you pay attention to when you want to analyze the tokenomics? First, you need to consider the distribution of tokens. If the project founders hold the lion's share of the tokens, while the other participants have very few, this should raise some significant questions for you. Will the price be determined fairly and transparently? If the owners decide to dump all their tokens on the market, it will. And thirdly, the economic incentives for project participants, how they will actually engage in the life of the project. Will it be voting? Will the tokens be used within the project? For example, for staking, where you can stake a certain amount of tokens, earn rewards for that, and so on, and so on, and so on. And fourth, it is important to understand the way tokens' life is expected to continue after the release of tokens within the project. Well,